Hi, I'm Michael Joy. Welcome to Collage Talk. This is where I sit down and talk about some of the digital artwork that I've made. Adrift. You know, for whatever reason, it seems to be another one of my favorite collages. Adrift is symbolic of this cathedral that is not on land, on earth. It's a spiritual cathedral. And if you were to think it was on land, it's been flooded, so it's no longer in operation. And yet the stained glass window looks like a planet rising, and there's these two people in this rowboat going nowhere fast. I don't know if it's husband or wife. She's wearing white. He's sort of rowing her somewhere to some destination. And it creates this mystical environment that they're just on a journey somewhere spiritual within this etherical fog of this cathedral. Adrift. They're not quite there yet. Baha'i lands. In Chicago, we have a Baha'i temple that looks just like this. And early in my career, I was asked to go look at an architectural component for restoration on that building. And so I took a personal interest in it. And I thought that I found out that they have like a million-year plan. The entire building's been three-dimensionally scanned to last forever. And I thought, this temple could last forever, but what if everything around it doesn't? Who's there to kind of enjoy the temple? And it just seemed ironic that the structure there was a position in place to have the structure last forever, but maybe not the thoughts or the belief system. And so I put this building in the middle of what used to be an ocean, and now it's just a dry, parched desert land. Still beautiful, but where's the people?
Where the fuck is everyone?
Baptized. The image itself is beautiful. I love these church-like images of these cathedrals and the shadows of cathedrals. And if you look at this reflecting pool, you can see like a priestly figure or a holy figure in white at the end of it, and the scale of which denotes the grandeur of a cathedral. And yet we, the small people, would go in to be baptized. At least that's how it used to be. And I like this idea of grandeur, of ceremony, bringing the baptismal of the mind into new thoughts and philosophies. Chamber music. This becomes a common theory in my work where I'm bringing the shadow of the past, the ruins of the grandeur of the past, and putting them together into this sort of ethereal, Akashic records type of memory. Here you see this grand temple, and we've put the angel musicians at the bottom, but everything is still ghostly. The music is ghostly, but the remnants are these heavy boulders, dense, temple stuff. So the light and the heavy together, chamber music. I love what it makes. Cathedral falls. Aside from the obvious play on the words of a known earthly water feature, the cathedrals have such a mountain-esque quality to them, this ornamental, scraggly rock with some sort of uniformity to it. And so I decided they would be beautiful topographical pieces in nature. And so I put this waterfall. I brought nature to the cathedral because sometimes they look like they're sitting there sterile, and I wanted to integrate this cathedral into the land. So cathedral falls, and of course the water of baptism. Concerto. A lot of cathedrals today. This is fantastic. The architecture, it was so geometric, and it was a little bit hauntingly quiet. And I thought, well, what if those vertical rises were pipes and an organ, and that there was this person that could actually play the cathedral, that the actual cathedral was the instrument, that it became alive and active with sound, not just housing sound, but creating the sound, creating the music. Concerto. Croquet. Just a little mockery of the past and the scale of human size to giant size, where the ruins become lawn-sized toys of the game croquet. It makes no sense, but it's just a playful kind of cartoon, if you will, of integrating ruins into gamesmanship. Crossing. This is another image that I created that, boom, it just comes right from the subconscious. And I love these small boats floating in water. They remind me of Homer in the Iliad and the Odyssey and drifting down the river Styx. Like it's going somewhere. Are you leaving? Are you coming into hell? Are you leaving hell? It's a bit of a confused mind, like they're caught in the middle of somewhere beautiful, but they can't get out. And yet there's this light coming from above to somehow guide them away from this sleepwalking moment of their life. Crossing. Sand dollar. When we were kids, we used to go to the beach, and of course we would collect shells and sand dollars, and we'd play, think of the word dollar as it had some sort of value. But sand is also very transient. It falls through your hands. It's difficult to hold you. It doesn't bind well on its own, and so I thought the banking system is a sand dollar as well. So I put the beach in the middle of New York as a testament of these strong institutions that they create, but they're built on sand. Please remember, it's important to us that you like and subscribe to this video, and be sure to look at the website for more, michaeljoyart.com. Hope to see you there.